Mic test. Hello. Hi. Does it work? I love reading. Well, I loved reading. Life got a little loud and I lost a little bit of myself in the chaos. Hi, I'm Yannsie. This is a week in my life and let's talk about burnout. I didn't grow up in love with books. In fact, for most of my life, I had difficulty understanding why anyone would find staring at blocks and blocks of text for hours was fun. It was only until I was desperately dissatisfied with a TV show that I was watching, Miraculous Ladybug. In case any of y'all little nerdies know about MLBB, I was so emotionally invested in that show for an embarrassingly long time. It was pissing me off so much that I started going on AO3, Wattpad, Tumblr just to get better writing, better storytelling. And that's how I fell in love with reading. And then from there, I started reading Percy Jackson, Jade Fire Gold, a lot of other fanfics. I read a lot of Harry Potter fanfics, and I don't really know how I got into that because I never read Harry Potter. I was never a fan of the series. I guess one day I just saw fan art and then it led to a fanfic and I just read it. The longest piece of text I've ever read in my life. It was a 600,000 plus word novel-ish thingy from AO3 that I found on Tumblr. It was a Draco X Hermione fanfic. And bro, it was so good. It was so good.
Alright, so it's now like 1 p.m. I think, and my head is killing me. Like, ugh. I have less than 4 days now to prepare for the exam, and I'm less than halfway there in terms of studying everything that I need to study. I really want to ace this, I really want to do well, and I always reason with myself, I'm too tired, or I just don't have the energy for it. Now I'm dealing with it. Just my own decisions. A lot of people see me as this like type A type of person, you know, like I'm strict with a lot of stuff. For some reason when it comes to me, I'm so disorganized. You know what? I am going to take a shower and then nap for like 20-40 minutes. Yeah, I'll do that.
I've always had this fear of never making it, of dreaming too much, too ambitiously that I'd end up never really achieving anything. The problem wasn't that I had nothing that I wanted. I wanted so much. I put myself in a lot of things. I was in our school newspaper. I was the president of our research club. I was the president of my class. I was vying for the top spot in my school. I I was a volunteer in my church. I was handling a small business. I was doing online marketing. I was doing a lot. And somehow I always felt like I still wasn't doing enough because in every single thing that I was doing, I wasn't amazing. I was just good enough to be there, good enough to get the job done, but never great. And I guess that's part of what really triggered me to keep pushing myself because I wanted to be great. I wanted to be amazing at things.
So what we're doing is asking ChatGPT to give me a bunch of notes. I gave it like a list of topics that I have to study, and it's gonna create notes for me, just so I have like a general idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. Alright, let's start.
I made myself believe that I didn't have the luxury of time nor choice to just read, to sit down and do anything else that actually made me happy, that I could choose the things that I prioritize. It felt like everything had to be a priority to me. And that simply wasn't true. I was overcommitting, and everyone in my life that actually cared enough to look past the gold medals and achievements and whatever I put out there, they could see I was struggling. Life got loud, deafeningly loud. It burnt me out and it was all my doing.
A little too lazy to actually set up, so this is what we're gonna work with right now. We're being warned that the water levels in the river that is beside our house is rising, and it is really likely that it'll flood our village. And so we're trying to figure out if we're going to evacuate or stay, potentially get stranded here, and that will also prevent me from taking my exam tomorrow. If, of course, the school does not reschedule it. But in the case that they don't reschedule and our whole village gets flooded and we're still in it, I will not be able to leave and I will miss it. So there's that.
I know a couple of you have also experienced this one way or another. That after stretching yourself out so thin, you can't even do the things that would usually give you rest. And so you're left in this weird limbo with no exit in sight. I didn't really deal with it in the best way either. I continued overloading myself with tasks and whatever random thing that I could come up with just to keep me excited and happy, just to try to boost my morale because I wanted to get a lot of stuff done. By the end of the last year, I was completely empty. I uploaded one video here and I completely disappeared. My little business went dry after a little while, and right now I'm on private. My business account is on private. I haven't posted in a while. I lost passion for my studies and it showed in my grades. I always was an academic overachiever, and I could never really talk about the smallest changes in my grades. When you're stuck in that, when you've set that expectation for yourself, and that's what you set your mind to, your whole being to, for years and years and years, it becomes something that's automatic to you. It's an expectation. And if you don't reach it, it sucks. And I was not meeting my own expectations. I was eyeing to get into a specific school for almost a year, and my goal was to get a scholarship there. And there were two routes that I could take to get a scholarship. One was based on my grades, and the other was if I passed the scholarship exam. I was hoping to just focus on the grades. I want to reach this grade point average so that it's just automatic I get a scholarship. But like I said, I was not meeting my expectations. I did not hit that grade point average. So I was already disqualified for that specific route. So I took the exam and I failed. And so I did not push through. They say the world doesn't stop for anyone, and so we have to keep moving. I guess I took that a little too literally, because while I do still believe that we shouldn't let ourselves get stuck in our own darkness, I was convinced that the problem was the dark. Turns out, I just abused the effing light bulb.
Let's just do a quick recap. English and science were so easy. I was so prepared. I thought I had it in the bag. I thought I had it. And then math happened. And you know what's so funny about that? My favorite subject is math. Math is my comfort zone. For some reason, it was the most difficult part of the entire thing, and I didn't have enough time to finish it. So, at least it's done. I had to guess like 20 items. Like a 65 item test. So like, we're gonna pray. Lord, please, please. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god.
I loved reading. I love reading. And that's why this channel exists. I hope with every video that I put out, I'll fall in love with reading a little more. And maybe find people that feel the same way. People that want to follow along with me and nerd out with me. People that will remind me not to lose that spark again. Hopefully the next video won't take too long to edit. I hope this one won't take too long to edit. Anywho, you've been following along this entire thing, and I think you deserve to know the results of my scholarship exam at UST. I passed! I am a 100% scholar, and I have to have no violations. This is why I have black hair now, because we're not allowed to have our hair dyed in USD. I think it looks cute. I'm pretty enough for it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Again, this is Yannsie.